silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn and run, then y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my be that silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn and run, then y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my be that silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn and run, then y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace.
What up, storytellers? Welcome to day one of the Giants of Video, brought to you by StoryCruise.com. I'm Ian Garlic, and we are here to rock it. I don't need the headphones, but we are ready to rock it. I'm so excited for the Giants of Video. And I'm going to do one of the first presentations today. We had an awesome kickoff. If you missed that, it is available for a limited time. I had some surprise guests in there. We talked about TV. We talked about some of the cool bonus sessions that we're going to have. We talked about a lot of things. But, one of the big questions that people had is, what's the strategy I'm going to use? How am I going to decide which one of these strategies to use? How am I going to decide who to watch, where to watch? There's 40 plus amazing speakers. And I'll tell you, I've implemented some of the strategies already with success. The hard part is deciding. And I know a lot of this stuff, and I learned from every single person. There's some really simple stuff, like, Lynn Bardowski uses both simple and complex stuff, to very complex YouTube ads, but super powerful, crazy powerful. That's going to help you make a lot of money, but also engage your clients, engage your prospects, become the authority, get better leads, increase your profits, increase your happiness. We're going to talk about all that stuff throughout the Giants of Video. So you're not going to want to miss a single session. And that's why I'm going to do a quick plug for the premium pass. It's day one. We were supposed to, up it to the $197. We've kept it now at $97 for the next 3 days. We just want to get you an opportunity to get a taste for everything. Because I know you maybe are like, well, I'm not sure. The level of information, the level of knowledge that you're going to gain, you can use over the next year to definitely not just grow your business, but grow the business that you love. Enjoy it. Stand out. Become the authority. And I know this because I've helped tons of businesses over the years through Authentic Web, through education, through the Garlic Marketing Show. But I'm going to talk to you today about the 11X profit model. All right. So we're going to go into it. And we are going to make sure we are on the right screen. I am going live with this, so bear with me. I've got to find my presentation. It disappeared on me, but I'm going live, and I'm going to get the presentation up and rocking and rolling for you. And we will be ready here in just 1 minute. But while I'm doing that, let me see here. I'm going to find the presentation. If you guys have any comments, like I said, this is live. So we will have the comments available. I will be answering questions. If you have any questions, I will be answering them at the end. But definitely be checking out the other sessions. You make sure you've got the email. Make sure you've got the playbook. Make sure you've got everything that you're supposed to have. I'm going to switch over here to Google Chrome. And I'm not able to find my presentation. Joy of live, right? We had a few of these yesterday, but let me go ahead and pull up the presentation here. You are going to do live stuff as well. We talk about a lot live, that's the joy and the frustrations is things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go wrong. And I want to do a live just to show you, it goes wrong. But we are going to rock it out. Here we go. So let's go to my presentation right here. Day one of, let's make sure. Awesome, here we go. Loading up. So we're gonna talk today about the 11x profit model of video marketing. What does that mean? Well, here's what I want you to know. I'm not gonna just talk about, that you're gonna get rich quick. None of this stuff, there's some stuff that you can do to make some money quick, but video is a long game, but there's never been a better opportunity. We're gonna talk about that today. So 11x profit model doesn't mean you're gonna make 11x your profits today, tomorrow, next month, 90 days from now. That is just a fallacy. So if anyone's telling you you're gonna get rich right away with video, quit your job right away with video, it's not gonna happen, but it's gonna slowly improve. And we're gonna talk about that today. The mechanisms that'll help you to slowly improve, get better and better. Over this course, I'm gonna teach you too how I use courses like this to improve. And it's a long game, but every single time you take action, you're gonna get one step ahead of your competition. You're gonna get one step closer to your goals. You're gonna improve your authority. And after a while, you're gonna get a flywheel effect. So understand that, but there is the opportunity to 11x your profits. So, this is the reason I kicked off the summit is users are surging like never before. Users are surging. People are using Instagram, Facebook, live streams, TikTok, which is fast. I'm super excited because we have a session on TikTok. That's a bonus session. You're going to love it because you can do it without dancing, without singing. That's what I thought it was before. But it's the fastest any platform's got to 2.5 billion users. So much faster on Facebook. It's exploding. There's YouTube use is through the roof to the point where they had to throttle it. And when I got started with the Giants video, I knew this was coming down the pipe because we got isolated, social distancing. Everyone's at home. I just didn't expect it to surge at this level. And that's what we're hearing from everyone, is it just working better and better and better. So many of these businesses that we work with are having their best months ever throughout here. So what are your opportunities? Well, first of all, with video, you can become the friend and authority. Let me make my little picture smaller here. We're gonna go through Ecamm too. I'm getting better and better at Ecamm, and it's really been an awesome tool. We're gonna have the Ecamm guys on, but you're gonna be becoming a friend and authority. You're gonna drive traffic through the first and second most used search engine, Google. Second most used search engine, YouTube. And it's just so much use in there. We're gonna talk about video ads, because there's lower cost paid traffic right now, like half off. Some of the guys are saying they've never seen this since 2010. It's like a sale right now. Increase conversion through video retargeting. Increase conversion on websites and landing pages. Shorten sales time. Increase your prices. Become known, like, and trusted faster. What does that mean? Shorter life cycle, close new clients faster, but you're also going to improve their customer experience and satisfaction, which will increase your profits. And I think this is probably one of the places that a lot of people are missing out. So let's go on to the next slide. So you're in the right place. I just want to make sure this works for pretty much anyone. There's some direct consumer e-com stuff in here, meaning that it's products like soaps, flags. The Jake Larson, their YouTube videos are about that. But we've really helped professional businesses, lawyers, doctors, dentists. Make sure to check out, if you're in healthcare, Scott Gray, Stephen Mesa, Adam Lyons, his thing works for chiropractors. And, there's so much stuff. And Joey Coleman, who's a surprise guest, is going to talk about how he's helped chiropractors. Any type of service business, local businesses, restaurants, we talk about that throughout here. Coaching and consulting, Michelle Prince's episode is going to be amazing. Complex services and products. If you have a complex service that everyone wants the elevator pitch, but if you have a complex service, a complex product, you need to build the value in that. And video, nothing's better than video. High touch sales, you're going to talk to Joey Gilkey, who's a master of that. High-end, highly customized products. If you have a high-end product, highly customized product, this is the place for you. And you have to make sure you have a desire to serve and grow. That's one thing we talk about. Everyone talks about service, and you have to be willing to serve. You have to be willing to be the face of your business a little bit. You don't necessarily have to just be the face. You can hire spokespeople, but I highly suggest it. It'll make it a lot easier, especially if you're in a service-based business. People are going to see you. And when they walk through the door and they see you, it's amazing if they've seen videos. I'm going to talk a little bit about that too. You're a good person. I'm going to teach you some techniques that anyone can use to gain new clients, gain new customers, but really deep down, you need to be a good person to maintain this level of relationship using video. But video is a high leverage point. And you got to be ready to commit, folks. Commitment means taking action. Commitment means going through these, saying, I'm going to do this. So when you do watch one of these, if you're watching mine today, comment today when you're going to take action. Tell me when you're going to make the strategy we're going to talk about. Tell the people, if you watch their courses, when you're going to take action. Reach out to them. They want to hear it, and they will hold you accountable. So real quick, if you haven't know more about me, I have Authentic Web is our agency. We are a video marketing agency. We help service professionals. I host the Garlic Marketing Show. I've been doing that for 4 years. I'm best-selling book, speaker, blah, blah. I'm really tall, and a lot of people don't know that, and they think it's a joke. It's funny. I'm on stage, and they're like, I thought you were joking about that. So I'm like 6'6". That's not why it's called the Giants of Video at all. I have over 10 years of experience. Just in Authentic Web, 3 years prior in my other marketing. I've produced over 2,000 custom videos with my amazing team. I say I, but it's we. And I've analyzed thousands of businesses. I was a hedge fund trader before this, and I, looked at thousands of businesses. It helped me get to know business, and I've hundreds of businesses since then I've analyzed. But enough about me. And Story Cruise, who's sponsoring the Giants of Video, is the ultimate resource for finding videographers. One thing I found is that you can't just hire a videographer. If you want a converting video, if you want a video that makes you money, there's tons of filmmakers out there, but they don't know business. They especially don't know online marketing. They spend a lot of videographers, and if you're a videographer, I want to appeal to you because don't think because you know film, don't think because you have a $20,000 camera, a $30,000 camera, the most expensive equipment, that you are great at marketing. You'll find out that a lot of the giants of video, Chris Martinez, Onyx Singal, who has a multi-$100,000 studio, are still using basic videos. Now, I think you should have a combination of it, and that's why Story Cruise is there, to find videographers and editors that know marketing, plus stay up to date on the latest techniques. It's free to use, and if you're interested and you're a videographer, go to the videographers, get listed today, and you can learn about becoming one of our certified partners. But you'll know when you find a certified partner that they know all these systems, that they've been through, they understand this marketing, and it's a really big deal for businesses, because I don't want to see you get burned and spend so much money on videos that don't convert when you could quickly find a resource that will help you. Oh, a little slide. So video can make you the authority and the friend. I mean, this is a perfect example. Oprah Winfrey, right? Why is she famous? I mean, what can't she sell? If you get your book on there, if you get your TV show, if you get your supplement, she's launched so many careers. And it was just because she was on TV every day. And we got to know, like, and trust her. And people feel like they know her. A lot of you out there probably feel like you know Oprah. And you don't. But you feel like you do. It's because of video. It's because of a thing called the mere exposure effect. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But the more we see someone, the more we know, like, and trust them. And you can become the Oprah of your industry. It's not easy. She worked her butt off, but video allows you to do it. And never before. Oprah had to get into TV. And while we have someone talking about TV, you don't have to be in TV now. You could just be an online celebrity. In a local, we talk about 1,000 true fans. You don't even need a huge audience. Adam Lyons going to talk about, with a 500 person audience making six figures. We talk about it over and over again, but video allows you to do that. It allows you to choose yourself, like Seth Godin says. And this is a guy that's a perfect example. Here's me interviewing Gary Vaynerchuk. A lot of you probably know who Gary Vee is. He was on the Garlic Marketing Show. I went over to his offices to talk about a lot of things. It's a great episode. It's available on Amazon Prime. Super interesting talk, but I've known of Gary's work since I lived in New York City, and he was on Wine Library. He started Wine Library TV, and that's what he did. I mean, Wine Library TV, if you look back, it was horrible video, but he's grown and grown and grown by putting himself out there, right, and gotten better at video. One of the things we talk about is because he gets this feedback loop of putting out video and paying attention, using a lot of the systems that I'm going to show you today, and a lot of systems that the Giants of Video are going to show you, and he gets that feedback loop. He gets better at video. And that's what you got to do. You got to take massive action. Now, do you have to make 60 videos a day? No, but you have the shortcuts here. You don't need a whole agency. Gary didn't have one to start out, and he has one now, but you have 40 plus experts showing you how today. So, and for, if you're an attorney, if you're a doctor or dentist, I get this from our clients all the time. It's amazing how people walk through the door and they feel like like, and trust them. That's why we love referrals, because we're so trusted with referrals. That's why you love referrals, because you're already trusted. But here's the thing, video can do the same thing if you do it the right way. And we're going to talk about that today. We also have to understand a thing called direct response. We've got, while branding is important, I hear that. I really don't want you to think about branding. You spend so much time on logos design, your website design instead of your website messaging. What is the website going to accomplish? Direct response means getting someone to take action. And that's what all our Giants of Video are going to talk about, getting in action. But that action built things like Philips Sonicare, built the George Foreman Grill, and built GoPro. And guess what? You are going to learn from the guy who built all these brands using direct response marketing, Rick Cesari. He's a legend, and he's on the Giants of Video. I'm super excited for you to check that one out. But Adam Lyons talks about direct response, Onyx Singal, Joel Irway, leaders in direct response, because direct response can help you to build that type of brand much faster and much more profitably. It's something you all should know and all pay attention to, every single business. There's multi-billion-dollar businesses. I mean, Tony Robbins is a perfect example of direct response leading to a brand. So traffic, 2.2 billion people on Facebook. They spend an average of 30 minutes a day on Facebook. It accounts for 20% of all online activity. What a huge opportunity for your videos to be in front of them. And here's the thing. People do 10 searches, according to Google, to buy anything. And that includes toilet paper. Now, this was funny because I've had this toilet paper on before, well before I've been using the slide. And now searching for toilet paper has a whole new meaning since all the craziness. But that's the thing to think about. There's an opportunity there because people are doing so many searches, and you can be there. You can be next to them with video, helping them out. Now, you don't have to help them out with toilet paper, but you can help them out in other ways. It's the second most used search engine. Like I said before, is YouTube. But you have to get people's attention. You have to make videos that get people's attention, because you are battling cats and babies. So how do we do that? When we get emotions, the dramatic arc increases cortisol and oxytocin, increasing empathy. Empathy, folks, I did a video on the most important word in marketing. It is right now the most important word. Joey Gilkey, Matt Johnson. Matt Johnson talks really well about how to use it in TikTok. I'm super excited for you to see that episode. But Paul Zak talks about the science of this. Paul Zak wrote incredible books, Neuroeconomics, and a few others, right? But The Moral Molecule is another one. But he's a guest. You've got to watch his episode. His technology is helping to predict the success of movies by 80%, of videos by 8%, and he tells how you can harness all that knowledge in your videos. But we want people to take action. Empathy increases action taking. That's another crazy thing. If you just increase our empathy, so cortisol and oxytocin, two chemicals. Cortisol is the stress chemical. Oxytocin is the happy chemical. When those combine at the right levels, you have empathy. And when you have empathy, people take action. And like I said, the weird thing, they'll take action even if it's not something that the empathy is about, because they're more likely to take action when they just have an empathetic feeling. That's the power of empathy. And it seems like such a soft word, but Paul Zak gets into the science of it. Joey Gilkey, Matt Johnson really talk about how to use it in sales and marketing. And then you get conversion. And this is something we talk about a lot throughout the Giants of Video is conversion. Conversion on taking action. So it's not just getting a new client. It's getting a higher click-through rate, higher web conversion rate, and as we move forward, you're going to get more and more of that. So you can get faster growth using video. And these are old stats. These are 2-year-old stats. And what do you think's happened since then? More people are using video than ever before. My 6-year-old's on Zoom. People cross-board are doing telemedicine. They're doing all sorts of video, watching more video than ever on their phones everywhere. So what do you think that's going to do for your business? So I'm going to talk about some of the converting videos. A process video is one of the 9 types of videos. It's a super converting video. It future paces, shows someone it's going to work. Marty McDonald talks about how to make a great one, how to use it in both e-com and in services, how he uses it. Video retargeting, following people around. It's the simplest thing everyone should be doing. Chris Martinez talks about the videos that he does. He gives us this whole breakdown of the videos. April on his own talks about how to do that to get consulting gigs, consulting meetings. Nate Hall talks about the levers that he uses in retargeting to improve their effectiveness. Video case stories. I'm going to talk about it. We are an expert in it at Authentic Web. I teach a lot of classes on how to collect customer stories. Never use the word testimonials, please, around me, because those are about you. We want case stories. And Rick's has already leveraged case stories to build up all those brands. Email onboarding is another one. Easy converting video. Brad Martineau talks about that. So does Greg Hickman. A lot of huge opportunities. And then we're going to talk about customer satisfaction. Because you increase customer satisfaction 5%, increases profits 25 to 100%. 25 to 100%. That is crazy, right? I mean, think about that. You are looking at these different options for getting leads, for getting traffic, but you can increase your profits 25 to 100%. You can also increase your wealth 25 to 100%. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? So that means that most of us if you have a business, our wealth is trapped inside of our business. Vinny Fisher talks about this in his masterclass. He owns Fully Accountable. He works with digital businesses. And so when we pay attention to profit margins, where are our profit centers? We can not only increase our how much money we make, our personal wealth. What would it mean if you increased your personal wealth right now 25 to 100%? Do you think there's a stock trade that can increase your personal wealth 25 to 100%? Not without a whole lot of risk. But Joey shows us 2 videos that you can do this really well. I'm so excited he was on. I had to follow him around to get him on. I loved his book. He's one of the best speakers out there. It's a great masterclass. Yep. Sorry, joys of internet. You'll also be able to raise your prices. Folks, Tony Robbins charges $1 million. $1 million, right, to consult with him. It's because he was on video for a long time. Is he that much better? Maybe. I don't know. but people believe he's better. And that's part of great marketing, of effective service, is when people believe that you're working with someone better, you're working with the top, you are going to believe you are going to get better outcomes. Your clients are going to get better outcomes. Your customers are going to get better outcomes if they believe it. That's part of it. That's part of marketing, is they have to believe that you're doing a great job. If they spend $100,000 in a car and don't believe that it's the best car ever, you're not marketing well. But if they spend $20,000 on a Honda and think that they just purchased the best car ever, well, you're doing a great job marketing. And what isn't, as long as you're not stealing, you're making someone feel better. And that allows you to raise your prices. You're going to be able to raise your prices because if you become authority and a friend and a trusted authority, and we're talking about how to do that in a second, you will be able to raise your prices and enjoy your business more. I'm lucky, a lot of the people that you'll see on today are both my friends and business partners, business associates. Videos allowed me to connect with some of the best people out there. And it's built my authority. And by doing so, I get to pick and choose who I work with. And I work with amazing, amazing people. Tony Grebmeyer, John Corcoran, Jeremy Weiss. I get to work with these people and I love it. And I talk to them all the time, talk to them about business. You'll enjoy your business more because you'll work with the people that you love. And there's nothing better than that. Nothing better than that. So here's the multiplier effect. Okay, let's see. Traffic's up 50%. Conversion's up 50%. These are low numbers. You'll watch Oliver Wellington talk about 12xing conversion rates. You'll talk, Jay Facette shows how he uses live streams to 4x, 400% increases average customer value, increasing prices, increasing referrals. But if I'm just saying on the low end, if for the next 18 months, you do all these things we're talking about and you increase each of these 50%, multiply together, that's an 11 times increase in profit because they add up. It's a multiplier effect. If I increase traffic and then conversion and then attention, it's not 50% each. They multiply on top of each other. So you can go do the math. I'll let you do the math. It's a little over 11 times increase in profit, but you enjoy your business more. And that's just completely priceless. So I'm going to talk to you now why people decide. This is ultra, ultra critical because we're going to talk, you'll hear this, and this is one of those golden threads. And I talk about that in the Strat Stacks video, but a golden thread is one of those things that it's a very subtle but super powerful thread that you'll see commonality in highly successful areas and things that change in people. And when it comes to marketers, really good marketers use the avatar. Okay marketers use demographics. The great marketers use the scene. And what does that mean? Well, there's this book, The Person's Situation, that they talk about the social psychology of decision making. And what happens, why we decide is because of the moment. It's not so much because of who we are, but because of what's going on. Think about how different your decisions are today than they were February 1st, 2020, right? You're not a different person. You're a mom, you're a dad, you're a business owner, you're leaving your job, but our situation has completely changed. That's what you have to understand. And on a smaller scale, I always tell this story. A woman walks into Starbucks. She's a professional. Well, and this is funny because, I use this slide and does she walk into Starbucks now? But I went to Starbucks for the first time, just opened, and they had the lanes and stuff, and it was interesting. So it's a whole new world, right? Whole different decision making, a lot less time for them to upsell. And it's understanding that. But let's say that woman walks into Starbucks. She's a professional. She's mid-40s professional. What does she purchase? I'll let you think about that for a second. Most of the time when I do this talk, people say latte. When I start talking about the power of the scene, they say she buys a latte. Now I tell you, it's Florida. It's 4 o'clock. It's middle of summer, where we're just about right now. It's going to be in the 90s today and almost 100% humidity. I'm sweating just thinking about it. But here's here's what I want you to tell you is that, we lost the slides. All right. Joy of live. Let me find my slides. I'll be right back. While I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you. So, of course, if we say it's 80 degrees out, she is most likely going to get an iced drink, right? Now I'll tell you this. What if she just got a phone call from her husband and her husband says they're going to get a divorce? What does that mean? And everyone's like, well, and you're probably thinking, well, she's going to go get a drink, right? The situation changes. And think about yourself throughout the day. Think about yourself throughout the day. You get up in the morning, if you have kids like I do, you're helping them out, you're a dad, and then you're getting ready for your day. Maybe you go to the gym, and then you're like an athlete, and then you're going into the office. You have your early morning roles, your leadership roles, your execution roles. Maybe you're making some phone calls to get stuff done throughout the day, planning out some doctor's appointments. Those are all things that you do, and your hat changes throughout the day. Your mode changes. Who I am in the morning is completely different, my decision making, than who I am at night. So that is the power of the scene. And why do I say that? Because this is going to help you make amazing videos and deliver them. So let's go into the customer journey overview. Now, one of the things we're going to talk a lot is the funnel. And you've heard customer journey overviews, but when a lot of people talk about customer journey, they'll talk more about their sales funnel. So they opt awareness, I get a video from make them aware, consideration, but that's your journey. That's your journey as a business owner. Their journey is they don't know they have a problem. Then they might have a problem. Then they look for solutions on their own. Now they're looking for outside help. Then they find you. They compare solutions. They decide on a solution. They move forward a solution. They buyer's remorse, indifference, confusion, perceived problem. Buyer's remorse is a big thing too. If you're not addressing buyer's remorse, Joey Cohen has an amazing stat. I can't wait for you to watch his masterclass, but he talks about 70% of your clients decide within the first 100 days that they're not going to work with you anymore. Think about all that work you do to lose 70% of those people. And that's because you're not addressing buyer's remorse. And we'll talk about ways to overcome that in Joey's class. But these are all opportunities for you to be sitting next to that person and sitting next to them and talking through. And now what happens when you are there each step of the way? But we don't want to be there each step of the way with the same thing. But when you're there, and what I want you to do is imagine you're sitting in the car with them. You're next to that woman in Starbucks. You're not going to say, here's my divorce, call me for a consultation. Well, if you do, you're kind of not a nice person. But you're going to give some advice. You're going to, maybe suggest an article to read or a book, or just give some words of wisdom, or just comfort them. Have that empathy, right? There's that word again, empathy. If you are empathetic at each one of these scenes all along the way, you are going to win. You are going to become the authority. You are going to become the friend. And most of you out there don't need Oprah level numbers. You don't even need Gary Vee level numbers. If you got in front of 1,000 more people and were next to them over the next year and create 1,000 true fans, you would transform your business. And if each one of those fans just gave you $100 a month, right? 1,000 fans, $100 a month, because they're your true fans and you're supplying them with awesome information. You're helping them with services. You have $1 million a year business. Like my friend Jason Swank. That's exactly what he does. He does it at an intuitive level. And you're going to see in his masterclass, he does it to build a 7-figure consulting business with just one employee. And you can do the same thing. So, first step in doing this, you need to know what you want to accomplish. What does success look like 18 months from now? Let me know. Email me. Put it down below in the comments. What is success? Commit to it. What's worked? What hasn't worked for you? That's also another thing. What hasn't worked? We need to discover what your obstacles are. Maybe it's you did the right thing, it just wasn't the right, the right person, it wasn't the right messaging. But also what's working for you. Don't reinvent the wheel. And next up, what we want to do is know your avatar. Their wants, what they want to get away from, overwhelm, what they want towards, clarity. And that's wants away, wants towards. You got to know what they want and not what they need. What they need is what you tell them. They need an expert. They might need a divorce lawyer. They might need an accountant. They might need your service. No one wants a criminal defense attorney. They just want to stay out of jail, right? No one wants a business coach. They want to enjoy their business more, have more time with their kids. No one wants, a doctor. No one wants a dentist. They want their teeth to feel clean. They want a beautiful smile, right? But what do they need to accomplish that? And then what are their excuses? That is an important thing. We have to understand what their excuses are at each point in their journey. But what are their overall excuses? Because we need to address them. Their alibis. And their alibis are more than just excuses. It's what people have told them, what their beliefs are, what their misconceptions are. We have to address those. And you can address those in videos. And this is a simple system that you can use to make very powerful videos. Dan Kuchel uses a very similar system. He's going to give you an incredible video script in his course. And then you identify their scenes. Where are they at each moment? We go through that customer journey map. Where are they? What's happening? What are their wants and needs? What's the content that they need? And valuable content. Give it away. Make it as valuable as possible and then make it more valuable. This is where a lot of people fail, is because they do very highly generalized. They don't get specific. We're going to talk about specificity. We're going to talk about testing. You're going to do a lot of testing and figure out what content works and then drive it home. And then you have to collect your stories. We all have lots of stories. You have to learn to be a great storyteller. I'm going to do a little bit more on storytelling throughout the Giants video, but you'll hear people talking about the power of stories. Rick Cesari, myself, everyone talks about the power of stories. Scott Gray's a great one too. Make sure to watch his episode. He's really crushing it. Let me see here. And I'm going to just go old school. Because my Google is having fun. So you identify their scenes and you know each of the scenes, and you plan the 9 types of videos. You're going to hear this overview video, which is kind of your commercial. Jake Larson talks about methodology. We have methodologies. Your service commercial. If you have specific services, you should have a video for each of those services. You should also have blog posts, how-to videos. YouTube's awesome for how-to videos. FAQs. This is incredible for search. Dennis Yu talks about a great way to do this in his masterclass. Micro content, sub 30-second content. You're going to see some of that from us. We're going to talk about it. April talks about it. Even from testing, Daniel Harmon talks about it. Daniel Harmon's episode on how they do Facebook testing to hack viral videos is just phenomenal. Your About Us. The second most used page on your website is your About Us. What do you have up there right now? Do you have a video that really tells a story? Here's the key about Us. The About Us is about them still. And then your case stories. That is your most powerful video. We're going to talk a little bit more about how to collect those. Rick Cesari has an email method for collecting them better. They are super powerful, and they will change your business the more of those you have. And then you can shoot all those videos. Next up, you just shoot them. Start shooting. You can go to Story Cruise. You can do what Chris Martinez did, a phone and duct tape. You can use Ecamm. Watch Ecamm. We're using it right now. Ecamm itself works. I'm having a little problem with Google Drive. I love Google Drive because I can do my slides anywhere, but then I have a little bit of hassle with it today. And then you distribute. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok. All of these places you can distribute. And I want to show you that because this is where knowing where your customer's scene is, where your client's scene, where the prospect is going to help you decide who is there and make sure that you are where they are. And that will help you decide. So, because we have someone doing every one of these, and I'm going to pull this back to full screen so you can see these a little closer. But Facebook, Daniel Harmon, April Ianzone, Nahal. I'm going to leave this here so you can take notes. YouTube, Daniel Harmon, Jesse Minch, Tom Breeze, Justin Sardi, Jake Larson. LinkedIn, we got Joey Gilkey, John Corcoran, and another possible surprise guest. I'm trying to nail him down for LinkedIn. Live stream, Adam Lyons, Tom Ross, Jay Facette talks about 4Xing his business. And then Ecamm's Glenn and Ken, the founders of Ecamm, show you how to use Ecamm at a whole nother level. I'm still working on it, but they show you how to set it up in 20 minutes. I'm trying to get better and better at myself. TikTok, Matt Johnson was the last minute one. He's not on there on your schedule. He will be, but that is a phenomenal one. Jen Gottlieb, we just signed up. She shows you how to get on TV, get your videos, get yourself on TV. Instagram, Craig Ballantyne's closing $5,000 consulting gigs through Instagram stories. Did 2.5 million in 18 months starting with no audience. Email, Brad Martineau. He's a stud when it comes to onboarding and the customer journey. Active Campaign is one of our sponsors. Love the email platform. You can deliver your videos through email. Adam Lyons also talks about how to use a small list. And Ian Stanley is a genius of video. If you haven't seen any of his videos, just look up Lai Topaz or Kent Cardone. Really funny videos. He talks about how to use videos to drive his email list. Websites, I'm going to talk about how to increase your conversion. Dennis Hughes talks about increasing conversion on website. Webinars, Joel Irway's Power Offer Method. Zoom, Stephen Mesa, Dennis Yu, Tony Grebmeyer, all are succeeding using Zoom. Real simple methodologies. And text, Stephen Mesa shows one easy way to use text that helped a doctor get $17,000 in business in the middle of this pandemic when his office was shut down. So lots to do there. So we have, all right, I'm going to go to this. So storyboard blueprint session with me is one of the things that you can do. And if you want to do it, it's 3 meetings with me. We're going to set your goals. We're going to reveal easy wins, define avatars, define your customer journey, collect and define stories, create an extensive list of your 9 types of videos, exact formats for those videos. We're going to tell you exactly how to format those videos. We're going to create an extensive plan. This is what we do with every client at the beginning. We're going to do a storyboard, your overview video, your about us video. We're going to create an entire flow for these videos, the process video, your case stories. We're going to decide which one of those. And we're going to create a stage plan for distribution, execution, and production. And then we can produce it for you. That's, if you want to work with me, it's $3,500, 100% money back guarantee. Just go to authenticweb.media to start. I know that's a lot of money for a lot of people. I'm only one person. But we have our storyboard blueprint session workshop. This is a 6-hour course. We just did this live, but this is the recordings of it. It's doing all that stuff I talked about, creating your customer journey, know your exact plan for 18 months, and it's $497 for lifetime access usually. But I want to show you something real quick. I just got this message, and I'm going to switch over to, I got this text or this from the other day. One of the people that went through it had in 2 weeks received 2 cold reach outs from LinkedIn videos. Just got off the phone and said, I feel like we're speaking the same language. She's a consultant, an expensive consultant. And what do you think is going to happen there? How much easier is that sale? And that's without any cold outreach. That's not doing any of the other stuff. Just going through the storyboard blueprint course and using those on LinkedIn videos and using the format that we talk about and having that plan and getting it out there. That's what you can do with the storyboard blueprint. And then you combine all these strategies on there, you go through, you're going to be a powerhouse. You are going to be a giant of video. Some of you probably will come on and be giants of video on here with me, but go through real quick. The great part is if you join us, you get the 6-hour course, bonus premium pass. You get this with the premium pass. We're doing this, the whole blueprint session with the premium pass, $97 for the next 72 hours. Just email ian@storycruise.com if you haven't found the premium pass. You probably have links to it in there. Is included as a bonus. We were supposed to raise up the premium pass to $197 at the beginning. I want to give you all an opportunity to see all the amazing videos, all the amazing sessions on here. So you can, if you don't have the link to that, just email ian@storycruise.com. We'll get you the link to it. You're going to get all the workshops for lifetime. You're going to get the storyboard blueprint for lifetime. You are going to get MP3s. You're going to get some other bonuses. You're going to get some bonuses worth literally 10 times as much, maybe even 100 times as much as that $97 from our sponsors. You're going to get stuff from Ecamm, from Headliner, from PandaDoc. You are going to get so much out of this, and I just want to over-deliver. And speaking of over-deliver, make sure to check out Brian Kurtz. He did $250 million on TV through infomercials. Guy knows a thing or two about direct response marketing. He is the master. He wrote the book Over-Deliver. But you get all this. I hope this was exciting. I hope you're excited. Even if you just go with the free pass, you're going to learn a ton. Make sure to mark down the sessions. Make sure to check them out. They're available for 36 hours each. But you know, like I said, the premium pass is the ultimate shortcut. But I hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you're going to take action on. Let me know what you're going to do. Let me know. And make sure to check out at 1 o'clock Eastern. Every day, I'm going to do a recap of the previous day and let you know what's happening the next day. But until then, make sure to take action. And I'm excited for you to be a part of the 2020 Giants of Video Marketing Summit, brought to you by StoryCruise.com. I'm Ian Garlic. And once again, take action. Let's put on a little, let's go out with our mini trailer.
Be that silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn and run